What's up? Good morning, guys. How we doing? We are live, baby, and we are rolling over onto bar number 2. So let's see what we get here on bar 2. I'm ready to rock, man. I don't know about you. Good morning, guys. How we doing? All right. ATR off the rip, sitting at 33. Let's see what we end up with here. Hopefully we get a little more volatility than yesterday, at least volatility we can work with, right? All right, now I gotta tell you, I would not be against bar 2. Bar 1 is not the cleanest bar in the world. But if bar 2 was just about the cleanest bar in the world, which now it's not looking promising, is it? I would happily short it. I don't think I'm going to get that. Okay, we got 3 minutes here. Bar number 2 is starting to clean up a tad. Range on it sitting about 70 points. So, by the way, this morning we got the unemployment rate and non-farm payrolls. Also average earnings year over year. Tomorrow we get U.S. initial jobless. And then Friday we get CPI. All of which, by the way, happen at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. 1 hour before the opening bell. Okay, so that range is staying what I would call within reason, at least thus far. ATR artificially low. It's only the second candle of the day. So I'm going to see if I can short this son of a gun. Got to be a clean close. Stop limit sell is out. Yeah, I'll give it 15 seconds only. If the bears don't take it in the first 15, I don't want it. See that? Bull's taking it right back in. We might see a trading range. There's 15, no fill, no trade. Gotta pull it. So, if presented with it, I've got the same idea on bar 3. We shall see. Bull's popping it right back up. Alright. Minute 15 out here from the close of bar 3. Bull's trying to pop it higher, growing that wick upside, even if the bears can take control, which would increase my risk kind of short, so... I gotta wait. Let's watch bar 4 here as it opens up. 50 seconds. Okay, there's the open of bar 4. A little concerned. If bar 4 tops out right around the wick high of 1, it hasn't happened yet, of course, but just thinking out loud, we might see just a brutal opening range. I'd prefer that not be the case. Is anything else? We have a question here. Anything else needed to confirm entry? Well, I think that's kind of a trick question as far as bells and whistles and shiny things and indicators. No, I keep it brutally stupid simple because that's what works. All the other stuff is just hand-wavy garbage. But tier 1 is going to be context, which, you know, you can't really see on the screen unless you know what to look for. And then tier 2 is going to be set up, and then there's patience and discipline. But as far as what you're seeing on the screen, guys, that's what I'm using. You're like, no shit. The more basic, the better. Oh, come on, NQ! Let's break, man. Don't hang out in this. Okay, so we're a minute 10 out from the close of bar 4. Come on, you bulls. Range on this bar here is sitting about 70 points. ATR slowly but surely getting dragged up, 43. Seconds out. All right, there's the rollover into bar 5. Let's take a quick peek at YM, see what's going on over there. Ooh. Very big bar 4. I'll also watch bar 5 here on YM. That's the Dow. And out of curiosity, what's going on gold? I think data seems kind of slow today, huh? No issues thus far, just a little slow. Alright. Back to the bread and butter, back to NQ. And even YM popping back up. Not trying to give us anything here. Alright, NQ. Now again, number one concern for me is this. Draw this line anywhere you want, doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. But a trading range. That's what I do not want, which means bears, it would be very nice, or anybody, if we could take this thing outside that opening range and go. ATR sitting at 44 here on a 5-minute NQ chart. Again, I'm trading Nasdaq futures. There you go, bears. Okay, there's the open of bar 6. Ooh, YM tried. Closed as a bare body, but a wiki bare body. And what's silver like? ATR in 50s on silver. But remember, if you're trading Apex accounts, you are not allowed to trade the metals right now. All right. So, bar 6, range on it is what, 45 points so far? We're 346 out. We got time on bar 6. If it can close beneath the wick low at 2, you know, I'd say it's still within reason as far as range on the bar. That would be the first bar attempting to close outside of this little shit range, which would be the early trade. I'm not against the early trade, so let's see here. Range opening up a little bit into the 70s. Ooh, man, into the... Oh, shit. Almost 100-point range on bar 6. ATR getting dragged up by that a bit, up to 50. Attaboy, Bears. All right, 60 seconds out. Range on this bar is 106 points. ATR still slightly artificially low, down at 51. Yeah. Give it to me. I'm going to give that 20, 25 seconds, see if the bears want to take it. If they want to take it, I would like to be a part of it. And if they don't, I don't want the bears. Eight seconds. Don't feel no trade, gotta pull it. Bunch of baby bears. Okay, we're halfway through bar 7. Let's see what the bears can do here. Now, bar 7 definitely has some lore around here. I have been known to make some money on bar 7, man. Let's see if we can do that here today. 60 seconds out. All right, 15 seconds out. Reminder for the goofballs, don't blindly copy me. Take your own trades like a grown-up. All right, let's see. Yeah, place that guy there. Stop limit sell is out. See if I can get a fill. And I will. Beauty. All right. Let's see what the Bears have in store for me, man. ATR is about 50. Minute 55 left here on bar number 8. We'll watch how this guy closes up. All right, 60 seconds. ATR sitting at 53. Right. This bar closes up if I need to move my stop according to RAM. 44.50. And I will. I'll need to move my stop. Boom, right there. Full ATR, I'll look for the next trade. Better than full ATR, actually. I will look to take another one here on bar 9 if it closes clean. I want to make sure it closes clean just because yesterday was quite the lower volatility, shitty price action day. I mean, I did fine. Stayed green, but all right. So 6,500 bucks there, which leaves me, I had a $2,000 existing P&L from last night. So 8,500 so far on the session. Let's see how bar number 9 closes up. Yeah, I have a micro mini mix. That's been the case from the get-go. Okay. 253 out. We'll see what we get, man. Range on this bar is still reasonable. Yeah, what a beauty of a trade, huh? Beautiful trade. Now I gotta watch this one 90 seconds out. This bar is growing. It's getting a little big. So it's bar number 9. ATR is 58. Still just under 100 points on range. Yeah, see, imagine not trading RAM and you end up buying the close of bar 2 for whatever reason. Well, actually, you might have made money on that. Buying the close of bar 5, doing illogical things. You don't have to trade RAM, man. Just do logical things, be patient, be disciplined. Which some of you think I probably always have been. Nope. Not true. This is a learned behavior. Okay. Let's check this out. See this wick back? Yep, that's what I was concerned with here on bar 9. I was very concerned with that. Alright, gonna be no trade on bar 9. And we look to bar number 10. Man, if you haven't yet, I don't know what else I gotta do, man. What a beautiful trade. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm still not gonna press like on the stream. I mean, listen, I appreciate you doing so. I respect your stubbornness to not press the button. But in that case, man, just hit dislike. Helps out all the same. Come on, 339 out, big bar 10, double digits. So, by the way, the lore of bar number 7 continues, doesn't it? I don't know what it is about bar 7, man. I don't think I can lose on bar 7. All right, 3 minutes out here. Nico, how much would that have been if you had kept holding? I don't know. I don't care. I don't feel FOMO like that. I follow the methodology. That's it. All right, let's see what bar number 10 does here. All right, 60 seconds here. If bar 10 closes clean beneath the wick low of bar 9, I have got another short here for the Bears. And we'll see what they can do. Place him. What's up, Bears? You want it or not? You want it or what? You'll take it. Damn right you'll take it. All right. I am sitting short. There we go. Beautiful Bears! All right, let's see what the Bears got. ATR 56. ATR up to 59. See if the Bears can follow through. Come on, you Bears. Don't you hesitate on me. So far, I've been about 36 points in the money. I'm looking for a full ATR. It's not enough. ATR sitting 59, 60-ish. Okay. Keep pulling the rug. Hits her up to 60. Good, beautiful. There it is. Full ATR out there for another 61, 6,200 bucks, 6,100 bucks. God, it's almost too fucking easy. We need something difficult to challenge ourselves with, man. I'm just playing. This is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It teaches you a lot about yourself as a person learning to day trade, but I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what, man, it's worth it. It is worth it, and I better be careful how I talk because we're not done for the day. Let's get something challenging going, man. Let's go trade some lean hogs or something. So total P&L for the session sitting 14,000, 14,691. John, second payout request level reached. Good work, brother. Good work. See, you know, I'm always saying, I mean, we'll see here. I expect this is probably going to end up in a sideways trading range here at some point. I mean, we've dumped, what, 400 points? Jesus, 400 points since the open, and worth noting, we are coming into 25K. If you're at the point right now where you're having, like, a record day, you know, no one's going to blame you for chilling out a little bit. If you're in uncharted waters as far as, you know, emotional territory for the P&L number, again, no one's going to blame you for chilling out a little bit. I'd be surprised, though, if we don't hesitate at 25, at least for a little while. But, you know, on a move like this, I mean, you guys see, you're here every day, right? I mean, I'll trade RAM just fine. Soft bull channels, soft bear channels, but when you get a move like this is when it really can shine. And there's not a lot of brain power going on, as you may notice when I'm making these decisions, which is how I like it. I don't like being confused. It pisses me off. All right, let's see if the bulls can put in right ahead of 25K. Let's see if they can put in their first bull body. If they can, then we got to start thinking about this maybe a little differently. We may see a sideways range here after, oh man, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all. What a move. Did we think this was coming when the market was doing this? I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Let the market tell you what to do according to your methodology. When the market's doing this, there's nothing here. I'm sitting on my hands. And then all of a sudden, 2 trades back to back. We're not so much sitting on our hands anymore. Patience will pay you. Just chill out. All right, 22 seconds out from the close of bar 12. Let's see. Let's see if the bulls can put in their first bull body here since bar number 4. Look at that. Doji. Tiny, tiny little bull body, but the bulls got it done. They're trying. They're trying. They want to defend 25K. All right, what do you guys think? Do we test? Here, I'm going to start a poll. The poll will be going live here in a second. Does NQ test 25K? Yes or no? Hit it. Yeah, that is John. That's right, brother. The baby bears, man, they grew up so fast. It flew by, didn't it? Look at what they became. It makes me proud. Trevor, good to have you, big dog. Just passed his 50K eval. Good work. You know, I gotta tell you guys, whether you're green, flat, whether you didn't take a single trade or you're red on this move, when I would see a move like this, when I was like kind of just thinking about getting started, and I would think about my end-all be-all goal, and I would look at that and I'd say, okay. Because, you know, when I was like just barely 18, I was like, you know, my goal, I guess, my thought process, I mean, how much do you really know at that age as far as like what's going to happen to you? But I suppose I was thinking my path would have been, I'll go to school for business, I'll graduate, I'd like to be a marketing rep for some company, and we'll spend the days, you know, on the golf course with potential clients, pressing palms, and eventually making a couple $100,000 a year. And I was like, after 1 year in school, I took a step back and looked at that, and I was like, I hate school. I don't like this. I don't do homework. I barely go to class. All I do is hang out with my now wife and work out. Like, why am I here? It's time to make some fucking money. And I was looking at the path and I was like, this is horrifying. This is terrifying because it started to hit me that, like, that's not really, you're not really, like, killing it. And that's best case scenario. It's like the whole life was just laid out right in front of me. I'm like, I'm done. I'm dropping out. I left and started trying to make something work. But my point is, when I look at a move from 5 to 11, and you think about, and I don't mean to say this to make you feel bad or whatever, but when you look at that move and you think about the amount of money that just exchanged hands, the amount of money that some traders just made on that. I mean, there's traders out there that probably just made a couple $1 million on that move. In fact, I know that there are, right? Maybe more. And then you think about, like, what your potential is currently at your job. And when I say that, I think some of you guys, your heart sinks. And you're like, fucking dick, don't say that. That makes me feel really bad about myself. Well, I don't think it's you feeling bad. I think it's you being concerned that you have wasted potential. And it's like, no one said this shit was fair. But what is fair? When I thought about that, it made me sick. So I dropped out of school and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm going to play that game. Or at least I'm going to try to eventually get to playing that game. All right, 325 out here from the close of 14. Yeah, what did we just talk about? I think we might see a single bar sideways range down here. Ooh, right above 25K. How's our poll doing, by the way? Does NQ test 25K? 69% of you say yes. We'll see. We'll see. We're only 135 points out. All right, so 27 seconds. See how bar 14 closes up. We've got 12, 13, 14. It's got to be clean. It's got to be clean. There's room ahead of the 20 EMA. Yeah, let's see if it closes up nice and clean. Get that out of the way. I don't want any surprises. We'll place him. Bulls do want it. All right. And let's see if they can get the job done a bit here. Yeah, good clean close out of the Bulls on bar 14. And I'll see. I will see. As far as... Yeah, I mean, at least a full ATR here would be great. At that point, we're kind of getting close to that 20, so let's see if the Bulls have it in them. Come on, you Bulls! You set me up. Now let's see a little follow through. What I don't want to see, which is the biggest risk to me right now, is sideways range. Which is why I waited for bar 14, by the way. So for me, that's a good trade. Now I just got to see if it works. ATR 59. right, there's the open of bar 16, close of 15. Kind of a small wiki bull body on 15. ATR 56. Yeah, so as far as 50% retracement point, my take profit's pretty much right there. Which is fine. Just squeezing it in. Also kind of right ahead of that 20 EMA, which is also fine. Setup kind of threaded the needle for me. Now I just need the bulls to get that job done. Let's go. Oh, you bulls, we don't have time for this. Alright, let's see if the bears suck it back deep enough to take out the wick low of my signal body, which is 14. Come on, you bulls! Let's get the job done here. ATR 61. That 20 EMA is starting to get sucked back a little bit. There you go, bulls. Let's keep pushing. I'm still looking for a full ATR. ATR way up at 65. Got a minute 50 left here on bar 17. Boom. Better than a full ATR. Give my copy trader a second to flatten. And there we go. I'm flat. Let me do some math to understand what I just made on that. 7,100, 71, 7,200. I'm up 21,875 on the day here. I had an existing $2,000 P&L from the overnight session coming into the stream. So we've made just about 20,000 here since the start of the stream. If that doesn't make you hit the like button and show up, man, I don't know what will. We love it. What a nice body, though, huh? Bar 17. Beautiful. Those of you guys who voted yes in our poll, we're sitting at 73% of you say that NQ is going to test 25,000. You guys might be cooked. We'll see if we fade here. Oh, yeah, I got to update the trade count. There you go, 3 trades. And a big bar 17. That is a beauty. How do you pull all your orders so quickly? I use hotkeys. Hotkeys is the secret. All right, about time for me to get some coffee. Back in a couple minutes. Don't you go anywhere. What's up? Welcome back. How we doing? All right. Well, let's see if there's anything else obvious for me to grab. I'm reasonably happy with the day thus far, but you know, if there's an obvious trade, I'll put it on, man. I will put it on if it's there. So, bar 17 brought us to the 50% retracement point on the day. Which, what do we know, by the way, about the 50% retracement point? If I asked you, could you explain it to me? Within reason? Why do we care? Is it just... we think it's important? Is that all? Well, think about it, right? You know I like to do things logically. So I prefer to think about things logically, not hand-wavy, not, you know, the... Never mind. But, you see one? This move starts, you get a big bear push. What are bulls doing along the entire bear push? On average, right? Don't think about an individual bull. Think about all the bulls that are out there. At least the ones that are irresponsible, which is a lot of them. Well, they're buying. They're averaging down that whole move, right? And now by the time they get to bar 9, 10, 11, they're praying. As you get the pop, 13, 14, 15, little pullback on 16, they're having heart attacks. And then 17 takes them right back to that 50% retracement point. On average, the bulls... their average price on the average down through that bear push is going to be where? Somewhere between the 40 and 60% retracement. And what do irresponsible traders, which is most traders, do when they get to that point? They take it off at break even. They thank their lucky stars. Which is what? That's selling pressure, right? So it's not a coincidence that we're seeing 17 push into that 40 to 60% retracement zone where a lot of bulls are break even from averaging in, and now we're seeing a little bit of, well, I'd say profit taking, but they're basically break even. They're just happy to get out without a huge loss. Averaging in long on the big bear push is what the bulls will be doing, right? At least the irresponsible bulls. You should not trade that way, but that's what a lot of people do. So that's why we keep an eye on that 50% retracement. All right, 4.5 minutes out here from the close of bar 20. Now, by the way, how many of you guys are in Take Profit Pro accounts and will be requesting daily payouts tonight from those trades? It's a pretty nice thing, isn't it? You make money, Usually, like, it's like, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock Central-ish. It all updates. And you can request that money that you made that day. It's in your bank account pretty damn fast, too. $9.75 in payouts from TakeProfitTrader just today. Yeah, see, that's the big benefit of TakeProfitTrader is they let you do daily payouts. Apex is tremendous for when it's time to make the numbers bigger. But if your goal is to start paying bills with trading, which, I mean, I don't know whose goal, who wouldn't have that goal. Or, you know, straight up go full-time, which I think is where you should set your sights, and then some. You need money coming in, right? None of this really helps you if you don't have at least money coming in consistently, because when you don't, you know, have too much coming in, it is very helpful to get even a little bit in often. That's TakeProfitTrader. And by the way, it doesn't just have to be a little bit, it can scale. But it's very helpful in the early days. So I encourage you, if you're like, if that's your goal, and you think that you do have positive expected value at this point, they're a great way to start. Daily payouts, get some money coming in, start paying some bills with trading, and then when it's time to make the numbers big, go hit Apex and get to 10, 15, 20 fundeds. Okay, so this action starts to leave me, because I know what the market is looking at. I hate to draw it that way, but let me just do it for explanation's sake. This starts to leave me a little confused because I know the market's a little confused. We haven't really put in a big aggressive bull channel yet, because we haven't really gotten above the 50% retracement point, the Wikai bar 18. So there's, you'll see this exact scenario a lot. You get a big move, a 50% retracement, and then you get this little pullback, and it's like, you could look at it as a bull channel or a big bear channel that hasn't really been put in yet. You could look, hey, they're probably going to take out the wick low of 17, maybe we'll, you know, test 25K. It starts getting really complicated on this exact bar. Like, this is the exact scenario I've been wanting to show you guys. Or it's one of them at least. It's one that comes up pretty consistently. So, I gotta wait for bar 21. What is going on here? There we go. I gotta wait for 21. Question here, what would you recommend if we can't do Apex? They say they were permanently banned for having 2 accounts in the same household. Totally on them, they say. Apex was always great and paid them out every time. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's very clearly in their rules. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry that happened to you, but I mean, yeah, that is on you, unfortunately. So, I mean, there's a lot of props. TakeProfitTrader is great. And honestly, if you're not full-time well, let me back up. Let's assume for a second that your expenses are not $250,000 a month. If you are penthouse living in Miami or Sunny Isles Beach, and you have 4 Lamborghinis and a Bugatti, and 2 Rolls Royces, depending on your outfit, you know, TakeProfitTrader alone, that's probably not going to be enough, big dog. But if you're a reasonable human being, you know, who lives maybe a fulfilling life, then TakeProfitTrader should be more than enough to at least get you hefty part-time, if not full-time, depending on your expenses. If you have a really big family or something, you might have to scale. Like if you need, I don't know, if you're like, well, I kind of need like 100,000 a month just to like get over that hump, then you're probably gonna have to start scaling harder horizontally. But if you only need like a few $1,000s a month to get by, go hit TakeProfitTrader. Get as many, I mean, try to get, 3, 4, 5 pro accounts. The size, I don't know, 50, 150, whatever. Whatever, go with what you like. And get money coming in. That's what I would encourage you to do. And then once you're doing that relatively, reasonably consistently, getting money in the bank from your trading, then start thinking about scaling to other props. There's plenty out there. A lot of them are good. This is just, the dual combo that I like the best right now. And, I guess just to, something I think is important to say is that I'm actually very curious what you guys are kind of after in your trading. If you're someone who's like, man, I would love, I mean, look, I like, nice shit is great. We love it, right? But I think that having excessive nice stuff really is only worth it. Like if you're like, I want to live in a nice penthouse or have a beautiful house and I want to have, 2 hypercars, fine. But if you're someone who's like, I want a penthouse in Miami, I want a flat in LA, I want a Manhattan penthouse, and then I want a mansion in Montana or Tennessee or something, it's like, fucking right, big dog, go get it. And you want 18 cars. That's fine. My 2 cents, if you want to go that crazy, I think it really only ends well, honestly, when you're in a situation where it's basically all paid for from income that you don't earn actively. So you better own a shitload of assets if you want to go crazy like that. And also it's like, you're going to have to hire people to manage the cars, manage the properties. It's like, now it's just a pain in the fucking ass, honestly. But that's cool, man. Hey, I'm not going to hate on that. We love it. We love it. But I don't know. All that being said, I will say, I don't think anything feels better and feels more fulfilling. Like, at the end of the day, a car is a car. Where you live just turns into your home eventually. It doesn't even matter. Again, you should want to have a beautiful place to live. But whether that's now, in the future, or you have 3 of them, it's like you'll just get used to it. Even if you live in kind of like a basic spot or you live in a beautiful mansion, eventually it's just where you live. Eventually the car is kind of just the car you drive. You should shoot for those things. Again, nice shit is great. We love it. But nothing feels better than the simple luxury of going out to eat and tipping a lot. Or donating, you know, a bunch of food to an animal shelter or something. Like, it's just, it doesn't even compare. And I think everyone usually realizes that. It usually takes like 3 years, I think, to realize that. But almost everybody eventually comes to that conclusion. You definitely don't want to go down the rabbit hole of, you know, 6 supercars, Miami penthouse life, and you're fucking clubbing every night and doing drugs. It never is going to end well. If you're a young dude and you're like, that's what I want, avoid that. I'm telling you guys. It's not fulfilling. It's going to leave you in a very dark spot, and it's not going to end well. Come on, bar 22. We are trading RAM. At least that's what I trade. The wrench action method. All right, there's the open of bar 23. You see what I mean? By the way, we drew that quite a while ago now. But you see what I mean? This 50% retracement point, this is kind of problematic, at least it can be. It's like, man, what the hell's going to happen here? For me, I gotta wait. Gotta wait. This right now is basically 50-50. Well, come on, you bulls. Pop us up through. Take us up toward the high of day. That would be a beautiful thing, wouldn't it? We would love that. Yeah, ATR sitting 57. That's still pretty high, honestly, this time of day. That's good. It's just right now at this 50% retracement point, we need something a little bit more definitive here out of NQ. Alright, can they take out that little flat top right by the 50% retracement point? What you got, bulls? Alright, ready? I'm putting a little game out there, a poll. Alright, the poll's coming. You ready? Since we're at the 50% retracement point, I want to see where we stand. Here's the game. You have to bet everything you have in the world. Cash, assets, your home, all of it. On NQ. If you lose, you get nothing. And there is no, I don't want to take the bet. You have to. If you lose, you're left with nothing. If you win, you keep it all and I give you, not me. And the world gives you $100 million. You ready? The stakes are high. What are you betting, bullish or bearish? I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. Oh my goodness. Time horizon, I would say, is at least, let's say like 150 points. So up to like this region, up toward the high of day, or down toward the low of day. Right, so, I mean, that makes sense, right? Like about 150 points, give or take, is the, we'll call it the move horizon. Okay, so far we have 68% bullish. There's so many ways to look at this. I'm telling you right now, it's about 50-50 right now. Again, I'll draw it again, right? It's like, it's 50-50. At least close enough to it. Now, you could argue that with the strength of this move, and this move being a little softer, maybe it's like 52-48 to the bear side, which I call 50-50. Anything less than like 55-45, I call 50-50. Because it basically is in my world. Alright, I'm ending the poll. You're locked in, man. No changing now. So, for our poll, if we hit 25-1, the Bears win. If we hit 25-4, the Bulls win. And man, we got everything on the line for $100 million. Well, I mean, the ATR here is still at 58, which is a pretty damn good ATR for this time of day, I must say. All right, 215 out here from the close of bar 25. Man, balls taking it right back up into the range. Yeah, the Take Profit Trader, 40% off, no activation fee deal with code BIG. They will often, not often, they have sometimes in the recent past adjusted that to a 30% deal with like a refund upon passing, which was also a good deal. But we don't know when they're going to switch it up. 40% off, no activation fee. What does that mean, by the way? So at Take Profit Trader, which again is the one I was talking about before with daily payouts, when you're in a pro account above the buffer, you can take the money that you made that same night. You can request it, which Apex doesn't let you do the same way. If you use code BIG when you sign up, it'll knock 40% off the top, and then when you pass the test, there's normally an activation fee of 130 bucks. If you use the code when you signed up, you won't pay anything to activate, which is a big deal. That makes the numbers look a lot better. All right, 26. What you got? 4.5 minutes out. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, man. I am 3 trades into the stream. 3 winners, 3 beautiful trades, if I must say, if I may, I should say so myself. Up 20,000 on the stream alone, which leaves me up 21,875 on the session. So, I'm gonna go hit lunch. And we'll see what the afternoon brings, man. Or at least midday, lunch hour, and then the afternoon. Remember, you still have your bets on the line. 25-1, and the Bears take it home. 25-4, and you Bulls are living large. Alright, guys. Hey, leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. I will be live again tomorrow morning. Market open. Have a good day, guys. Stay patient. Let it come to you. Trading, this is really hard, man. This is probably one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Hang in there. See you guys soon.